So, pardon the mess, I'm currently working on it. So what Cosmo's talking about is a creation I've had in mind. It's basically a prototype in the works, and it's not complete yet. But it is something to consider. It is working out pretty well for me so far, but I've got a few final things to put together on it. Basically, this box here that I put together controls two valves. One goes to my patio misters, and the second goes to my garden hose, which basically goes to fill my pool. After each, I have flow sensors. The actual flow from the misters was so low that it doesn't even hit the minimum amount, so I don't really get a reading. Like at the end, it won't even say 1 gallon. Whereas the pool will keep track when I turn it on how much goes through. Currently, right now, I just have it. Once I look and the pool starts looking like it's getting a little low, or it's been about every 4 days it needs water here in Phoenix. We have so much evaporation, so I could do it with like core on a timer and say every 4 days turn on. What I currently have it doing with the code is turning on, and it dispenses the amount of gallons it took to go from where I thought it was kind of low to full, which happens to be 300 gallons. And it once it hits 300 gallons, it automatically shuts off, sends a push notification out, says, hey, I shut off the pool hose. That's been good enough for me for now. I am working on expanding it. The problem I was having was I would turn on the hose and forget about it, and I overflowed the pool a couple times, so I'm like, geez, I need to do something. So this is working out pretty well, but I've wanted to get it more fully involved. So what I did with it today, what I was working on, is how I did have it was all off mains power, and the valves that I have, you open them and you close them and they stay where they're at, so they don't use power all the time or anything, but they don't fail closed. And I kind of thought, well, what if I open the pool valve to fill the pool and then the power goes out and I'm gone, and then this thing overflows? It can't be trusted. So I need to get a battery in it. So that's what I did today. Is I'll open it up and show you what I got going on. So now the whole thing is running off that lithium battery right there, the red battery. I don't know if you can tell. But anyways, what I have it doing is it's running off that battery, but it's also plugged into mains power. So I have it sensing if the power goes out. So it actually kind of doubles. If the power goes out, then the pin on the photon will sense it, and it says, hey, the power went out. It sends me a push notification. But it also shuts off both these valves. So that so it'll shut off both the valves, then send the notification, says, hey, the power's out. That way we for sure get the valves off, even with the power off, internet down, whatever. So that was the upgrade I made to it today. Also, I'm planning on a second part to it. So rather than just, hey, dispense 300 gallons and shut off, but only do it, when I tell you to, with smart things, I'm basically creating a sensor. I'll show you. I don't really have it put together. It does work. I have wired it up and checked it. But I'm using one of these sonic distance sensors, and then just a DS18B20 waterproof temperature sensor. So it's going to give me a pool temp into SmartThings, and then this is going to detect the level of the pool with another photon on battery power. It's basically my idea. It's going to go basically wake up every 4 hours, take its temperature measurement, its level measurement, send the data out, go back to sleep. And then that way I can get a more precise, like, hey, if it's an inch low, dispense 100 gallons or whatever when it sends its message, and I can have it turn on, detect the flow, send the right amount, and feel it. So my plan is, with the battery powered sensor, once I get it more neatly wired up, I ordered some PCB boards, because I think with just jumper wires everywhere. It's too bulky and messy, but I'm going to get it in a small waterproof box. I'll put it in this little skimmer here with the old auto leveler. It's actually broken, so it'll just take a level measurement down to the water. I'm just going to put all the components inside the skimmer basket lid right here in a box, and then to lay them down, I should have to replace the battery every 4 months or whatever. I don't know, I haven't run calculations, but it shouldn't be very often with how much it's doing that. But the cool thing is this is where the old auto leveler was coming in, that doesn't even have a water pipe to it anymore. So it's got a hole that comes into the pool. Alexa, turn on the pool blue light. Sorry, it's kind of dark. So there's a hole, I guess you can't see it down there, but in the pool it's going to be like right here, and that's where my little temperature probe is going to pop out and get my pool temp. So the wire will go down and out that little pipe right there and just stick out just barely into the pool, and it'll give me a pool temperature. So yeah, if you want to see this thing working, basically it's all in SmartThings with Alexa, whatever. Alexa, turn on the garden hose.
Okay.
So this turns on. Flow sensors, you can kind of hear it clicking just slightly, but it's counting the flow. With that on, with my current code, like I said, it'll go to 300 gallons and then shut itself off, but I can also manually shut it off. Alexa, turn off the garden hose.
Okay.
And then it also does my patio misters. So Alexa, turn on the patio misters.
Sorry, I didn't find patio misters.
Oh, I called them something different. I keep doing that. Alexa, turn on the misters.
Okay.
So then I don't know, you'll be able to see it. Yeah, you can see them spraying up there. So yeah, that's that. Oh, and then I guess the other part of it, if I do unplug it, you'll see the behavior. It's gonna close those valves and I didn't do anything. And then it'll close the other one. It's already closed, it's just making sure. And then I get a notification that it's off. If I plug it back in, then I also get a notification that, hey, the power is restored at my house, and everything works normally with these. So plug back in and hold the phone. Anyway, that's that. Hope that helps. When I get it done, I'll post a more complete video, but that's the idea I have so far. It's not fully in fruition yet, but